Hi, my name is Javeria and I'm a first year engineering student at Monash University, Australia. So for me, questions like will I get into a reputable university and what major would be right for me were of utmost concern after high school. And I'm sure a lot of us feel lost making these decisions. However, StudyCo has been immensely patient and supportive throughout this journey. The support and guidance provided by Ms. Mubaraka and the efforts she took to go above and beyond for my future gave me a sense of security and relief. Additionally, StudyCo has been accommodating and extremely understanding, and that is why I would strongly recommend StudyCo to anyone.
Hello, I am Jason Matthias and I went to Indian School Muscat and graduated in the year 2017. I then approached StudyCo, specifically Miss Annette Rosario, to gain help in pursuing my studies in the United Kingdom. It was a very smooth process from the beginning till the end. The list of required documents were given to me well in advance. The procedures were laid out very well and the visa procedures were explained thoroughly. With the help of Miss Annette and her persistent work towards my application, I was able to make my way into Solent University in Southampton, United Kingdom.
Hi everyone, my name is Rochelle Vaz and I'm a former ISMite. After passing out from ISM in 2014 with flying colors, I really wanted to pursue MBBS to become a doctor, but I just didn't know where to begin. I came across StudyCo just by chance, and they provided me with excellent guidance, not just in understanding the gravity of medical education, but also showed me the right path to achieving my dreams. They guided me all through the application process for Monash University, Malaysia, which is an Australian university in Malaysia, and took away a large part of my anxiousness in this regard.
Hello everyone, my name is Rup. Studying. Always had this dream of going and studying abroad, and StudyCo has helped me immensely in achieving my dream. So I am here in Australia just because of them. They helped me in every step of the way, from filling in applications to arranging documents, filling in visa applications, everything. Even though the process was so complicated, they made it very easy. They do everything for you and they never get irritated even if you ask them small questions again and again. So I encourage you all to go through StudyCo. They are wonderful people and I would recommend them to everyone. Thank you.
So, there are a few cool programs and services we offer at StudyCo that you may not know about. First group, for all the teachers, principals and education staff out there, StudyCo has a range of professional development programs in every aspect possible: leadership programs, education management and courses to upskill. We can also organise overseas tours for counsellors, teachers and principals with Australian schools, universities and the Department of Education. The delivery, of course, we can deliver these programs in person in Australia as a tour, or we can even do virtual tours of exactly the same experience in the current situation. Another great aspect of these teacher training programs is that we can bring someone right here to Oman or any other part of the world to conduct this training. At StudyCo, we are flexible, we can tailor-make solutions to suit your needs. The second group. This one is for all students, parents, teachers and anyone really. StudyCo offers online courses in every single field imaginable, including business, engineering, health, law, oil and gas, soft skills like CV writing, interviews, personal development, English, the CELTA. I still haven't even scratched the surface. So you name it, we can arrange it. These can be completed in a matter of hours, days or months. You pick. Come to us with your subject of interest, or let us help you pick. Give us a time frame and we can deliver it online. If you have any questions, our office in Quorum is open for business and you can come meet any of our team in person to discuss your future study journey. Hope to see you there. I'm Mubaraka. I'm here in the StudyCo Oman office and I wanted to take this opportunity to answer some common FAQs from students and parents. Number one. So at StudyCo, we do the entire application and visa process for you free of charge. So that means we have counsellors that help students decide exactly what they want to study, which university is best for that area of study, and the right destination country to suit all your needs. We then gather your documents and the rest is done by us. Number 2. So StudyCo assists in finding the right accommodation options, and we generally recommend that the student stays on campus for the first year of their degree. Health cover, we have a great provider in Allianz, and the processes are done entirely through us. In terms of the on-the-ground support, StudyCo's headquarters are located in Australia, with countless onshore services available to students at all times. Students or parents can get in touch with any StudyCo staff across our offices in over 20 countries, and we will help you out. We can even take care of your travel needs. So we provide a truly comprehensive service. And don't forget, it's free. Question number 3. So we know that permanent residency and migration is always on everyone's minds, especially when it comes to studying in Australia. At StudyCo, we have great migration agents that can personally help guide you through the entire process, including any questions you have. We are all about making things just that much easier for students, parents, and teachers. And the final question, why Australia? So at StudyCo, we send students to study across the entire world. There isn't a single country we haven't tapped into yet. So you can come to us with any destination you have in mind. We do specialize in Australia, and as you all know, Australian institutions are ranked amongst the top in the world, and so is our standard of living. These universities also offer great part scholarships, grants, and are ranked very highly for graduate employability. So I think that definitely solves a lot of the concerns that all the parents out there would have. If you have any other questions, our office in Coram is open for business, and you can come meet us and any of our StudyCo staff at any time. Hope to see you there.
Vishwanath Praveen, Assistant Head Boy of Indian School Muscat. I extend my warmest congratulations to Honorable Union Education Minister Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal for receiving the prestigious Watain International Summit Award. It is my privilege and honor to welcome you, sir, to Avenir 2020.
Hello, my voice is okay na? Voice and video?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Excuse me. Hi team, I just want to check if my presentation is working. Hello?
Yes, sir.
I will just share my presentation and just check if it is working fine. Is it okay? Can I do that?
Yes. Good afternoon, one and all. Education is a passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare it for today. Distinguished guest, Mr. Anuj Swarup, Dr. Baby Sam Samuel, Honorable Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman, and esteemed members of the board, Mr. Ajay Kumar Pillai, President, Indian School Muscat Management Committee, and other revered members of Indian School Muscat Management Committee, our respected principal, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chauhan, presidents, and esteemed members of all Indian School Management Committees in the Sultanate of Oman. Principals, vice principals, assistant vice principals, supervisors, coordinators, heads of department, teachers, parents, and students. A very good afternoon to one and all. This is Gata Anna Martin of class 11F from Indian School Muscat, your host for this afternoon. Welcome to Avenue 2020, a virtual career guidance program hosted by Indian School Muscat under the auspices of Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman. Dear audience, I would like to inform you to fill the feedback form which will be posted in the description box. First and foremost, we would like to express our gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said for his magnanimous support and benevolence extended towards the Indian community in the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty grant His Majesty good health, peace, and prosperity. We extend our hearty congratulations and good wishes on the 50th National Day. It's our pride and privilege to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Baby Sam Samuel, Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman, and members on the board, Mr. Ajay Kumar Pillai, President, Indian School Muscat Management Committee, members of Indian School Muscat Management Committee, our respected principal, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chauhan, presidents and esteemed members of all Indian School Management Committees in the Sultanate of Oman, principals, vice principals, assistant vice principals, supervisors, coordinators, heads of department, teachers, parents, and students for this afternoon session on prospects in Indian foreign services by our guest speaker. Finally, yet foremost, we would like to extend a wholehearted welcome to the other distinguished guests, invitees, grandparents, as well as well-wishers who have gathered here to be part of this event. It's our pride and pleasure to have Mr. Anuj Swarup, IFS, in our midst. A gracious diplomat, a diligent administrator, and a competent technocrat, Mr. Anuj Swarup, IFS, has a very constructive approach to diplomacy. He believes in engaging with his counterparts on the basis of mutual respect to address shared concern and objectives. A graduate in electronics and communication engineering from JESAT Noida, Mr. Anuj Swarup joined Indian Foreign Service in August 2016 with the aim of serving the nation. He is currently working as the Second Secretary in the Embassy of India, Sultanate of Oman, in the Department of Political, Education and Information. We are indeed blessed to have such an eminent personality to enlighten the student community about the prospects of Indian foreign services. Dear sir, hearty welcome to Avenue 2020. Once again, a warm welcome to one and all.
Mr. Anuj Swarup is the Second Secretary, Political, Education and Information, Embassy of India, Sultanate of Oman. He joined the Indian Foreign Service in 2016 and was posted to the Indian Embassy in Abu Dhabi in 2017. He comes with proven skills in procurement, databases and project planning. He has handled major responsibilities as a rollout coordinator of FICO and other modules and as a CNI engineer. Sir, we are proud to have you among us.
Thank you, Faizan Najib of 11E and Abhijit Goshi for his brilliant video. Over to you, sir. We are eagerly waiting to hear you talk.
Thank you. Thank you for a very wonderful introduction. And before I begin my talk, I would like to convey my congratulations and best wishes to BOD, Board of Directors, led by Dr. Baby Sam, and the team of ISM, led by Dr. Ajay, and ISM Principal, Dr. Rajiv, for this wonderful week-long program on career guidance, Avenir, which was inaugurated yesterday by the Education Minister of India. So I have been asked to speak on prospects on Indian Foreign Service. We will try and make it an interactive session. What I will do is I will go through a presentation which will broadly speak briefly about the exam that is the UPSC exam, which one needs to clear in order to get into Indian Foreign Service. And then also I will talk about the Ministry of External Affairs and the roles and responsibilities of Indian Foreign Service. So let me begin with my presentation, but I would request all of you to you can just raise hands or maybe ask questions over chat or directly, and I will be happy to address them as I go through my presentation. Thank you. Yes. So again, a very good morning, good afternoon to all of you. I am happy to see a really good response. So many people, so many eager youngsters waiting to learn more or hear more about the Indian Foreign Service. My name is Anuj Swarup, and I am a 2016 batch IFS officer. Before coming to Oman, I was posted in Abu Dhabi. I worked there for almost 2 years, and I joined in Oman in last year in June 2019. First things first, in order to be an IFS officer, the first and foremost requirement is that one needs to clear or qualify the UPSC Civil Services exam. So I don't know how many of you have you have heard about this exam. So it's a nationwide exam which is conducted by the Union Public Service Commission for recruitment to various Government of India services, Group A services, and some Group B services also, including IFS, IAS, IPS, etc. So it's a 3-stage exam. There is a preliminary exam, there is a mains exam, and a personality test. So just to give you a brief idea about the competition, approximately 1 million candidates apply for this exam every year, and half of them finally give the preliminary exam, out of which approximately 12 to 15,000 candidates qualify the preliminary exam and are asked to give the mains exam. And approximately 3 times the number of vacancies, that many candidates are called for the personality test. So this is broadly about the structure of the exam. And the whole examination process takes almost an year. This is the usual timelines of the examination. That is, the applications are called for in the second week of February by the UPSC. The preliminary exam is normally in May, and within a month or so the results are announced, and then there is mains exam in October, November, and the personality test is conducted somewhere from March to May. And However, because of Corona this year, the preliminary exam was conducted in first week of October, and the whole cycle has been delayed. But just to tell you this, that's a 1 year long exam, and one really needs to be focused and work well at every stage of the exam in order to qualify this exam. The basic requirement is that you have to be a graduate from a university or a deemed university, and all of you are requested to, you can just find more details about this exam on the UPSC website. Now, before I go further, my only request to you is that, this is a very evolving exam, the UPSC exam itself. So when I first wrote this exam in 2013, there were a lot of changes that were introduced in the UPSC exam. CSAT was brought in. It was an aptitude test. Earlier in preliminary exam itself, there was a paper on the subject, one of the subject that you would choose in the mains exam. That was removed. CSAT was brought in. CSAT and general studies. In mains exam itself, only one subject was introduced instead of two, and the number of examination of GS, general studies, that was increased to 4. There was a question, a subject on ethics was introduced during my time. So what I want to emphasize is that, instead of right now focusing too much onto the structure or the strategy of the UPSC exam, because all of you are quite young, this exam is a constantly evolving exam. Right now, my request is that, you just focus on your school education, focus on getting good grades in class 10th, 12th, and then you enter a good institution, and then maybe you can start thinking about this exam per se. So that is why I'm not going into too much of details of this exam. And now let me come to the main part of my presentation, that is about the IFS and the Ministry of External Affairs. So the Ministry of External Affairs is responsible for conducting the foreign policy of India aimed at protecting and developing India's interest abroad. So this our service, the Indian Foreign Service, was established in October 9, 1946. If many of you will be able to read this, the cabinet note, part of the cabinet note. And IFS officers or MEA, we work outside India in high commissions, embassies, consulates. I would like to know how many of you, know what is the difference between a high commission, an embassy, or a consulate. Can someone tell me? Anyone? No one? You can respond in the chat box if you want. Okay, good try. Good. So Pratham is saying that High Commission is for Commonwealth countries. Absolutely right. So embassy, there is not much of a difference between an embassy or a High Commission. The Indian missions or embassies are called High Commissions in Commonwealth countries. And a consulate is basically another office of in a country. Like in Oman, we don't have a consulate, but in bigger countries, we do have consulates to provide services, various services to Indian citizens in different areas, right? So like in Saudi Arabia, we have a consulate. The embassy is in Riyadh, but the consulate, there is a consulate in Jeddah. Okay. Similarly, in UAE, in neighboring UAE, we have the embassy in Abu Dhabi, where I was posted, but there is a consulate in Dubai to cater to all the Northern Emirates, including Dubai. Okay. So I was talking about Ministry of External Affairs. So for Indian diaspora, Ministry of External Affairs or our embassies and consulates have our home away from home. All the Indian citizens are welcome to walk in and seek redressal to any issues or seek any help, and we try and help everyone. So thank you Pratham. You really know, right, what is a consulate and all that. Thank you for helping me out here. So MEA is also responsible for various consular services. Many of you might have visited BLS in Muscat, for reapplying for your passport. So other consular services like issuance of passport, visas, visas to other nationals, and uh, attestation of documents, extradition matters, all that is also provided. All these services are also provided by the MEA. Apart from that, MEA has been expanding our diplomatic footprint, with incoming, outgoing visits of Indian dignitaries. Recently, there are many firsts to us. For example, the first ever visit by Indian Prime Minister to Palestine was in 2014, right? So, sorry, in February 2018. And let me ask all of you, if you remember it correctly, when was the first visit? When was the visit of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to Oman? Anyone remembers? The answer is there in itself in the slide. No, Rayan, no, not 2019. Yes, 18. Yes. Many of you have got it right. Thank you. So when Prime Minister Modi went to Palestine in February 2018, he also visited Oman. In fact, he came to Oman from Abu Dhabi, and I was there in Abu Dhabi. So it was my first exposure to a very high level visit, and it was a really great experience for me to learn and understand a lot of things. Right? So, one second. Yes. So I was talking about MEA. MEA also manages the external engagement of Government of India with other Government of India programs like Make in India, Digital India, other major programs. Also, we organize various events in India, the International Solar Alliance or Raisina Dialogue, or other other events with the help of think tanks based in India. And we have been working to shape the global agenda. If you will see, in last few years we have been really vocal about climate change. We have been we are one of the founding members of the International Solar Alliance that is based in India. We have been focusing on terrorism. Similarly, the International Day of Yoga, it has really emerged as a global movement towards better health. You must I'm sure that many of you would have attended the International Day of Yoga events in Oman. We do have really big events in Oman, so to say. So while doing all this, MEA has also come out or has a very humane approach when it comes to our diaspora, our citizens. We call it diplomacy with a human face. So we have been conducting specific evacuation operations from various conflict zones. The MEA has adopted various best practices, consular best practices, to ease the delivery of services as much as possible through various softwares and various online tools. Madat is one, M-Passport Seva is one. And we have been constantly engaging with the diaspora, through various means over social media. And I'm sure that many of you would have noticed that a lot of citizens have this confidence that they a relief, they can seek any help or any redressal over a tweet also, that is over social media, any social media. So this is a basic snapshot of MEA's global footprint. We now have 196 missions and posts abroad, and 9 more missions and posts are in process of opening. So once you join the IFS, you are expected to work in different corners of the world. You get to travel. You get to travel a lot. You are supposed to at one time you may be working in say Africa, then your next posting might be in Asian continent. So that ways it's always challenging. There is never a dull day in the life of an IFS. You working on different things every day, so all that keeps things interesting, so to say. While we do have a huge major global footprint, we also have a strong footprint within India. We have strong presence within India because there are more than 500 passport seva kendras passport seva kendras across India, and then the Indian Council of Cultural Research has more than 19 regional centers. And then to support and help safe migration of Indian nationals abroad to work, we have this e-migrate system. So for that, we have 13 Protectorate of Immigrants offices across India. Right. So I have been talking about MEA, let me just delve in a bit more in detail about what MEA does. It's mostly it's, mainly it's cooperation with the host country, or with the partner countries in various. Yeah, I was on mute. I'm sorry. Yes. So cooperation in different areas, it could be defense, it could be culture, it could be economic, resolving any issue that might be there between any countries through peaceful means. It could be anything about as simple as that, bringing a citizen that is stuck in a country, or boundary issues. Then there is global diplomacy of bringing issues that are really important to India on the global platform, like climate change, black money, terrorism, etc. And we truly believe in multilateral institutions. We have been working with UN and WTO and other international organizations to work for social and economic development of the country. How many of you know that India is going to be a non-permanent member of United Nations Security Council from next year? Anyone knows that? Yeah. And someone, Geeta was asking that what is the full form of MEA, and someone, Zada has answered that it means Ministry of External Affairs. I'm sorry if I would have missed it. And yes, thank you, Maria Vinod, for letting everyone know that from January 2021, India will be a non-permanent member of United Nations Security Council. And also we have a very strong development partnership assistance across with different countries. It involves a lot of things, lines of credit. uh, with Oman, we have ITEC, that is our, we share the knowledge that we have, we training of officials from partner countries in premier institutes in India. And we also have a cultural component to this development partnership, that is restoration of heritage sites. And the main idea about this is that it's driven by the needs of the partner country. We don't impose anything. Our development partnership is as per the needs and priorities of the partner country. So let me go forward. Yes, this is something I'm sure that many of you, MEA has touched a lot of lives over the years by evacuating our own citizens from different conflict zones. And the recent most being the Vande Bharat mission 2020. In year 2020, when because of Corona, the whole globally the travel was totally restricted, and there were hardly any flights. The Ministry of External Affairs initiated the world's largest evacuation exercise, so to say, to bring back our own citizens from different parts of the world to India. And under Vande Bharat mission, more than a million citizens have been brought back to India. Uh, and from Oman also, we operated the embassy with the help of community and and Indian Social Club. We operated many evacuation flights, under Vande Bharat mission. Many charter flights were also organized, and I was closely involved with it. The Vande Bharat mission started on 7th of May from UAE, from the Gulf region itself, because in Gulf region we have a lot of Indian nationals living. I think more than 8 million. So there was a lot of demand from within the Gulf region to, many people wanted to travel back to India due to various reasons. They wanted to travel for medical reasons. There were some family emergencies. Some people were struck as they were tourists, and suddenly the flights were closed. So Vande Bharat mission overall has been able to touch many lives. I'm sure within your family, all those who are watching, within your family and friends, you would have also got to know that some people might have traveled. So someone is asking that Puram, what is the meaning of evacuation? Evacuation is basically, bringing back our citizens from a from any conflict zone, maybe, or facilitating their travel from point A to B, which is where normal means of travel are not available due to various reasons, like Corona impacted the whole international travel. So we had to initiate this Vande Bharat mission. So let me continue. Yeah. So just for the knowledge of all of you, this is the broad structure of the mission. We have at the top, we have the High Commissioner or the ambassador. In Oman, we have His Excellency Munu Mahawar as our ambassador. Then there is a deputy chief of mission, and then there are different wings within the embassy, and within which various officers are posted. So, like I am in Oman, I am. This is just an example. There may be more wings depending on the local conditions. So, in Oman, I am working in this political wing, also in PIC wing, press and information. That is mostly the media wing, right? So different officers head these different wings within the embassy. This is just to give you a brief idea. Yes. Then how to get into IFS, right? I know that by now I took this initially just to during the initial part of my presentation. After graduation from any field, you have to qualify the examination conducted by UPSC, and the training for IFS officers is conducted at the Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Services. It's located in Delhi, and I have just put in a beautiful picture of our training institute. For all of you to see. It's a beautiful building. You live there itself. You have your classes there itself, and it's a really good training program. Let me take one question. Yes, someone is asking, what does consular do? Okay, so consular services includes, issuance of passport to Indian nationals, visas to foreign nationals who want to travel to India, attestation services, etc. I hope Rayan, yes, Rayan has asked me this question. I hope, Rayan, you know now that what does a consular? I hope I have understood your question. Yes. Okay, so Afsan Sharif, he's asking about the age limit. It is for open candidates, I think it is 30 as of now. Okay, and number of attempts are limited to 3. There was a change introduced when I was writing the exam. The age limit was also increased, as well as the number of attempts were increased due to the changes brought in. Then someone is, okay, Magda Dinesh, they are, oh my God, there are so many. Wait, hold on. Let me just finish off with my presentation. It's going to end soon, and then I can start taking all of your questions. Give me some more time, please. Yes. So this slide briefly talks about the the training program. Once you join the IFS, the initial training for 3 months, that is called the foundation course. It is conducted at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie, which is known better by its short form Labasna. That is where you go. The training normally starts in last week of August, and it's a 3 months training with all other with officers from all other services also attending this foundation course. And thereafter, probationers join the Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Services in New Delhi, and then you undergo a very focused training on how to be a career diplomat. It includes attachments with various government organizations, lectures by seasoned diplomats, ambassadors of other countries, and other experts from different fields. Maybe economy, history, and all that. And it's a well defined training. And after the classroom training in Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Services is over, then what happens is that you are allocated a compulsory foreign language, because all the IFS officers are expected to learn one foreign language, that is we call the CFL. And then you are posted in a mission of where that CFL is spoken, and enroll into a language course. Like for Arabic, I was allocated the Arabic language. Usually we used to go to Egypt, but my batch was sent to Abu Dhabi, and half of us were sent to Abu Dhabi and half of us were sent to Qatar, Doha. Yes, so this is a slide about the career progression. You know, when you join a mission abroad, you join as an IFS officer. You join when you are under training. You join as third secretary, and then you grow. You become second secretary, first secretary, counselor, minister, and finally ambassador, high commissioner. Similarly, when you are at the headquarters, you joined as these are standard designations. So you join as under secretary, under training, and then you rise through the ranks. You become deputy secretary, director, joint secretary, additional secretary, secretary. Okay, so life of an IFS officer, I must say that it's interesting to say the least. You work on different issues every day. Your posting is you are posted in a country for 3 years mostly, for many countries, and after that you go to a different country, so that itself is a big change. You are quickly expected to adjust to it and start performing. So all this brings out keeps things a lot interesting. There is never a dull moment in the life of an IFS officer, right? At times you feel that you learn a lot. You are learning so much. You are reading. You are supposed to read a lot, so that also helps you personally. And you work with the local governments on local government on various issues. You regularly interact with the government functionaries and other citizens within the post country where you are posted. And while you are doing all this, you are also expected to keep your ministry informed about what is happening in a particular country. So if there is any major development in any country, you need to keep your ministry informed, so that we can develop our policy accordingly. And at the same time, we also provide services and maintain contact with the Indian diaspora. So I have put on this slide the tweets on IFS Day by our Honorable Prime Minister and by our Honorable External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. So anyone can tell me when was the IFS Day? It was there on this slide. Anyone on the chat? Okay. No, yeah. Ananya Subhash has got it right. It's October 9. Oh, yeah, very good. Elza, Mira, Magada. Lot of you. Oh, thank you. A lot of you know when is the IFS Day. Thank you so much. So again, this is a detailed slide that talks about the roles and responsibilities of an IFS officer while posted outside. It's reporting the developments in the country where you are posted, negotiating agreements on various issues with the government of the host country, and promote India's interest. Also we have a cultural diplomacy and projecting the soft power of India. So the yoga day is one. We recently celebrated the Ayurveda Day, right? And we next week we will be celebrating the Constitution Day. So we promote India and we promote India's culture and heritage while outside India. We also extend various services, consular facilities to foreigners and Indian nationals, as I have spoken earlier. And also we strengthen the relationship with the host country within various sectors like defense, infrastructure, education, health, etc. So I have come to the end of my presentation. In case any of you are interested, you can follow our social media handles. We really have a very what should I say, very engaging social media presence across all the platforms. You can search us. On YouTube you will find a lot of really good documentaries about India and about other activities by MEA. And similarly, if you want to know more about the work done by the ministry, you can follow these Twitter handles. At the same time, I would like all of you to go on YouTube and search the film about the evacuation of Indian nationals from Yemen under Operation Rahat. That will give you a really good idea about how diverse the roles and responsibilities are there for us. We also, MEA is also having an app on a small app which gives a lot of information about what MEA is doing, and you can also access the services that are provided by MEA, right? This is me. Thank you. Now we can take up questions. So thank you very much for listening so patiently. Thank you. In case anyone wants to engage further with me, I have mentioned my Twitter and Instagram handles, so I can take specific questions there also. Let me just stop this. Yes. Now I can take some questions. Yes, tell me. Let me go back. Sir, is IAS, IPS, and IFS all have to attempt the same paper? So Shija is asking that IAS, IPS, and IFS all have to attempt the same paper. Yes, you have all of services allocated afterwards. First you need to attempt and qualify the UPSC civil services examination that is conducted every year. And the number of vacancies in different services are also advertised when the notification comes in. So that is the step one. You need to qualify the UPSC civil services examination, and then you choose, as per your own interest, own priority, you choose the service that you want to join in. Okay, then Regita is asking, good afternoon, sir. If a child is graduated from a reputed university abroad, is it possible for that? Yes, absolutely. All Indian nationals can write the UPSC exam. Absolutely, that is possible. So someone asking, Gatha asking, sir, what is IFS? IFS is basically Indian Foreign Service. Okay, yes. Oh, Gatha again asked me privately, IFS. What is IFS? I just now told you again, it's Indian Foreign Service. That is the name of our service, to which all of us, we join as IFS officers and work within the Ministry of External Affairs. Okay, so Rishit is asking, what should be the first step to prepare for UPSC? Let me just request you. You should go through the syllabus of the UPSC, and but before that, you really need to focus on your graduation, so that you finish your graduation, and then maybe you can start as per the pattern and structure of the UPSC when you are about to give this examination. Then only you should decide on a strategy to attempt this the UPSC exam. So Sona Santosh is asking me best civil services coaching centers in India. I'm not qualified to answer that question because I hardly took coaching. I took mostly, I gave a lot of mock personality test to a lot of at a lot of these coaching centers. But yes, I did take Vision IS coaching for for some study material, and also attempting some online examinations, because that was the only one. Because while I was preparing for UPSC, I was also working full time with NTPC Limited. So it was not possible for me to go to a proper classroom for coaching, etc. And again, it's a very personal thing. It may help you, it may not help you. But right now, my request is that the exam is ever evolving, the UPSC civil services exam. So right now, it's good to be aware of good options, but all of that keeps on changing, right? So Elsa is asking me, what was your inspiration to become an IFS officer? So very briefly, I will just like to tell you that while I was working with NTPC Limited, so NTPC Limited, I don't know how many of you know, but it is the largest power generating company in India, and so NTPC is responsible for lighting 1 out of 4 bulbs in India. That is how we used to tell to the people of India. So already I was working for India. It was interesting, but I felt that I could do more, or I could contribute in a much more direct way. So that is how I decided to write the civil services examination. Also, the changes in civil services examination made me realize that now it is easier for me to maybe crack the exam, because the CSAT was brought in, and there was other changes in the pattern. And because I had already finished my MBA from a very reputed institute, that is Faculty of Management Studies, Delhi, I thought it will help me in at least clearing my preliminary examination. So there were both the factors. Can you please recommend? Okay. Samir, core subjects, there are better you have a look at the syllabus, but yes, it includes history, science, geography, polity is one, that is political science. So you please have a look at the at the syllabus. But again, my request is that at least, please right now focus on your graduation, on your school education, and then think about all these things, because the exam pattern is ever changing. Okay, so someone is asking, Pratham, what is the best stream to choose after 10th standard if one has to plan for IFS in the future? Yes, Pratham, I must tell you that, all streams are equally good. It all depends on you. Only you have to focus on qualifying the UPSC examination, right? So you can do it from various streams. So within my batch, I had a lot of people from the arts background, a lot of people from the science background, from commerce background. It hardly matters. In fact, if I remember correctly, the topper of my batch, Tina Rabi, she was from arts background. So it all depends from your own what should I say, interest. Okay, thus during the training, do they give us language to learn, or can we choose the language? So Amira, you are asked to apply. There are vacancies for different CFL, different foreign languages, and you are accordingly asked to apply, and then you get the language that you are supposed to learn. So it's choice come rank, within your batch. That is how the language is allocated. Rayan is asking that UPSC exam is known. UPSC exam is not conducted online. So Magda has asked me, does IFS have any physical fitness requirement? There is a physical during the next day of your personality test. You are supposed to get your physical fitness test done. So there are basic requirements which are same across all the services. I think for Indian Police Service there might be other requirements, but for IFS there is no special requirement. So Shija is again asking me number of attempts. I think for it is 3 for open category candidates, and how many year of coaching. So I think a very focused and dedicated 1 year of preparation is sufficient for the examination. But again, it depends from person to person, because the examination time itself is 1 year. So we are talking about approximately 2 years of hard work and study. Okay, someone again asked me, Rishit, about the number of months. I think I have already answered that. UPSC, no, UPSC exam is not conducted online. Gatha is asking me. Yes, again. Okay, so Srinivasan has asked me a very interesting question, that academics is the only aspect to pass the UPSC examination. So if I understand correctly, if you mean grades in your graduation, you just have to have the basic qualifying requirement in your graduation. So basically, how you prepare, how well you prepare, or how good a strategy you follow for this examination, that is what matters to crack this examination. Academics and cracking the examination are two different aspects, really. Could you repeat what you said, how to get into IFS after graduation with good grades in school? Abla, so good grades in school, it's not compulsory for the IFS as per se, but good grades in school will help you get into really good institutions for your graduation, and that exposure, or your the learning that happens from your peers will help you in becoming a better individual, and that would increase your chances of cracking the civil services examination. That is how I would like to put it. Yes, it is important to have good grades, so that you end up in a good institute. Like when I was preparing, I had the fortune of having some really good competitive peers while I was preparing, and that helped me push myself and prepare better. Okay, so again Rian is asking how to prepare. right now onwards. So Pratham, I don't know in which class you are, but let me tell you right now, it's really heartening to see that, so many people wanting to be IFS officers, and I really look forward to, meet some of you 5-7 years down the line, and some of you come up to me and tell me that, I attended your lecture on IFS on IFS. But right now, my request is that, you should focus on your school and school curriculum, extracurricular activities, and then once you are doing your graduation, then you should start preparing. Otherwise, I have heard and I have seen that people burn out also, because the whole it takes takes approximately 1 year. So even if you fail at one step, you have to again start from the beginning next year. So because of that, a lot of burnout also happens. So if you are right now preparing, and 2 years 3 years down the line, the whole examination pattern changes, all your hard work goes down the drain. So again, no point right now in school preparing for the UPSC or the IFS exam. Right now, my request is, or to all of you, is to just focus on your studies. It's good to be aware about different career options. That is, I think, the whole objective of this program, Avenir, that has been organized by wonderfully, that has been organized by ISM and board of directors. Sir, yes. So Ananya is asking, sir, current affairs are important questions for. Absolutely. So current affairs is something which is really important in civil services exam, because now there are four in the mains. In the prelims exam, one exam is on general on general studies basically, which also includes current affairs, and also same goes for the mains examination. Basically, the whole preparation also makes you a better individual. The whole preparation for UPSC makes you a better individual, and you become much more aware about your own country. No, Rian, no. I think I mentioned earlier also, but no, it is not conducted online. UPSC exam is not conducted online. Okay, so Elsa is asking me, how many hours did you spend each day? Yes, it was difficult. I cleared my exam in fourth attempt, basically. One in first attempt, I couldn't even qualify the prelims. But in all next subsequent 3 attempts, I reached the personality test stage. So for my mains examination, I used to, study at least 3-4 hours after coming back from office every day, and then I used to take some leaves nearer to the exams, maybe prelims, mains, and personality test. Okay, there are too many questions. Okay, Tanisha is saying, okay, very informative and interesting session. Thank you so much. Decide a particular career. There is plenty of information about desire to know what about. Do you think you are only see, okay, this is an interesting question by Ruksa, that do you think you are only successful or also. So the satisfaction in any career, it's a very personal thing. You really have to think that what makes you tick, or what makes you perform better. So if you are happy working what you are doing, you will not feel as if you are working. So yes, I'm really happy with the choice of my career, and I'm trying my best under the guidance of my ambassador to perform better every day. Okay, so Ian is asking, why did you choose IFS over IAS or IPS? So again, it's a very personal choice. The inputs that you get from your seniors, it depends. What kind of a profile is suitable to you, or what kind of a work you like, right? So basically, IFS chose me. Okay, mandatory subjects. Mrinalini, again, I think I took this. Okay, for my mains, Bindu is asking, I took geography, Bindu, because I felt that enough material was available and I was not able to prepare full time. So I used to take notes by notes and prepare for geography. That is how I chose geography. I don't know how many candidates applied from. So approximately 1 billion candidates fill this UPSC examination for the UPSC exam form for the prelims examination. Can we get the exam after? Yes. So you have to give this examination after graduation, and also there is a specific age criteria. I think it is 21 years or something. You have to be 21 years of age in the August of year in which you are writing the exam. Again, please refer to this the notification of UPSC notification. Alina, what advice would you give to aspiring IFS officers? Well, I'm too young to give advices, but yes, it's a really interesting career, and it overall you learn a lot. It's every day is a new day. So yes, all of you are welcome to join the IFS. What is SSIFS? Okay, Arush, it is the name, it is the short form of the name of our training institute for IFS officers. That is the Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Service. Oh, okay, Elsa, I think I took that. Again, the strategy matters, but it's really personal. It depends on your own. Okay, sir, who was your role model for getting into IFS? Okay, so I had many, because if you would notice, a lot of IFS officers are good authors also. So if you the famous movie Slumdog Millionaire was written by our by my senior in the service, Shri Vikas Swarup. He is the secretary in our ministry now. That movie is based on his book Q&A. So that was one inspiration for me to get into service. No, IFS exam is not online. Problem solving kind of, yes, ABIA is asking problem solved kind of questions are asked. You are asked some case studies in the mains examination under the ethics question paper. And also aptitude, there is the CSAT, that is the aptitude test, which is there during the prelims. Okay, which team do you take? Okay, I took the science stream. I took the science stream in my senior secondary. Then I did my engineering. I also prepared for MBA, and that preparation for MBA really helped me in easily cracking the CSET examination. So I used to score really well in the CSET exam because maths, aptitude, and logical reasoning, RC, all that I prepared while preparing for my MBA entrance. So that is one thing that helped me. Okay, most interesting part of your entire job you do. Every day is you have new situations, new problems coming to you, and the most interesting part is that many issues you need to ask or work with others, from maybe within the host government or other ministries or departments within India. And that is what makes it that much more challenging or interesting. What are the key learning producers like newspaper? Yes, newspaper reading is absolutely necessary, Pratham, but not now. Yes, you can get into the habit of reading a newspaper or a monthly magazine or current affairs, so that you become aware. But not now. It's too early. Okay, so what is consulate general and ambassador? Okay, so the officer heading a consulate is called the consul general. Okay, and ambassador is the head of the embassy. He is the topmost representative of India's government in a particular country. Yes, there is age limit. Devananda is asking. Yes, I think it is 30 now. Risky situations, I'm not able to understand, but do you ever regret? No, not at all, Elsa. Why would I regret IFS? Otherwise, I would have not been giving this talk to all of you. It is must to be good at maths. Yes, it helps if you are good at maths, especially during your preliminary examination, ABIA. But don't think too much about it, because I'm sure with practice you will be able to manage it. Please give your contact number, Shija. Okay. I think I will ask your school but I have mentioned my Twitter and Instagram handles, so maybe some of you can contact me over there. How did you feel first interview was the best question they asked? Okay, so Rupsa, Okay, this was, I think, 5, 6 years ago. So during my first interview, I must admit that I was not that well prepared. And again, that was one of the mistakes that I did after, really reaching there and not being that well prepared. But yes, they do go deep, because before the personality test, you are asked to fill a very detailed form, which is we call DAF, detailed application form, which has all the details about the work, your education, your experience, and they do go into a lot of details. But the most important question they ask is that, why you want to be you want to join civil services, or why you want to be an IS or IFS officer, and why now, because I was already working and working with NTPC Limited, and quite happy with my profile while working with NTPC Limited. So that was something that they asked me, that why now. Thank you so much, Priya Murli ma'am, for your kind words. Always an inspiration, and always good to speak to all of you, to our children. Uh, okay, with the Omanization in force now, will there be any action while taking? Okay, Ian is asking me something about Omanization. I think Omanization has been there for some time, so we will work together with the Oman government, and uh, let's see. Uh, okay, if there are, I think I have addressed most of them, most of the questions. Yes, sir, your language was Arabic. Will you be posted in Arabic? Oh, Ian asked me this important question that, language was Arabic. Will you be posted in Arabic speaking countries or other countries? Yes, I can be posted in other countries also, non-Arabic speaking countries also. But if, I am posted in Arabic speaking countries, then maybe my language skills help me be much more effective. And but yes, I can be posted in other countries also. And once you go to other country, you can try and learn the language. But again, not all languages are that easy to learn, right? So it's difficult with your normal work responsibilities to learn other languages. At least that is what I personally feel. But yes, there are colleagues, there are seniors in my ministry, senior IFS officers who have learned a lot of languages as their optional foreign languages as well. Okay, Ellen is asking, how do you rate your experience as an IFS officer in Oman? It's absolutely wonderful to be here in Oman. It's a beautiful country. The people are really warm, and we have a really engaging diaspora in Oman. So all that has helps, and my experience has been wonderful. After coming to Oman, the week I came to Oman, we were having our yoga day, international yoga day. In fact, it was one of the largest gathering of yoga enthusiasts outside India, single location gathering. So approximately 6,000 people were there. So I was on my very first week after landing in Oman, I was doing that. So it was interesting, to say the least. So yes, overall experience has been interesting. Coaching center, I think it's too early. Let's decide and discuss once you graduate or you are doing your graduation. Okay. 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 Yes, I think if there are any more questions, I will be happy to answer. I hope the session was of some use to all of you. And okay, Foram is raising his hand. I can see you. So tell me, Foram, you can ask your question, or maybe you can type it out in the chat window. Anything? Okay, Elza is saying beautiful session, sir. Thank you so much, Elza, for your kind words. Challenge, Rian is Fatima is asking, IFS better than IS. Okay, that's a loaded question. Yes, all the services are good. It's totally a personal choice. What risky situation, challenges of your profession? Wonderful. Okay. Arush is also saying thank you, Arush. Wonderful section. Rohita is saying okay. So Vinod is asking which all countries I have been to. So during my training, we had a 1 week's attachment to Bangladesh, to our mission in Bangladesh. So I have been to Bangladesh. Then I was posted in UAE, Abu Dhabi, and when I was there, I had to go for a work related assignment to Zambia, Oman, and I have also traveled to Europe on a personal tour. So yes, quite a few I have been to. And once this corona is over, I look forward to traveling more. Okay, Abia will the interview be like interrogation? No, not at all. I must tell you, UPSC panel is one of the most welcoming and accommodative interview panel. They nothing to worry about, and yes, it is important to be honest and polite with them. Sir, can you challenge your Rayan, I wish there are so many every the challenge of your profession, IFS. I don't know why you specifically want to ask that, but how should I put it, because there are situations, in my profession as an IFS officer, there are situations in which you need to convince the host government, or there are many things, or there are many areas in which you need to take on board many people. So that involves a lot of work. Things take time. You have to be constantly working with them, understanding their point of view, trying and explaining them our own India's point of view. So that is something that becomes at times a bit challenging. Okay, Arav is saying thank you. Yes, Elsa, I was absolutely nervous during my first interview and I blew it, to be very honest with you. That is how I couldn't crack it, but it happens. We all are humans, so it's okay. Yes, interview panel keeps on changing, but yes, there are members in UPSC. UPSC has, I think, having 10 members. They are the chairman of the particular interview board, but the interview panel keeps on changing. Okay, Fatima says thank you, Fatima. Sona, thank you. Smita, okay, Ryan, thank you. Fatima is saying how many IFS? It depends, Fatima. It depends on the number of vacancies. So during my time, my batch size was 45. 45 people were selected. 45 candidates were selected. Okay, Avin, thank you, Sijai. Okay, I think I have tried to answer most of the questions. It was really wonderful to have this with you. And again, my thanks to BOD and ISM for having me here to have this amazing discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, so much for your brilliant answers. Dear audience, I would like to remind you to fill the feedback form, which will be posted in the description box.
I hope all of you will be kind to me.
That brings us to the close of this afternoon's session. It's only appropriate to close with a word of thanks. At the very outset, I would like to express our profound gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said for his benevolence and magnanimity to the Indian diaspora in Oman, and pray that the Almighty grant His Majesty a long life and our host country perpetual prosperity and peace. As we approach the final moment of this wonderful session, it is my proud privilege to propose the word of thanks. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Anuj Swarup, our guest speaker, for gracing and addressing the students in spite of his hectic schedule. Thank you, sir, for sharing with us the wealth of information about the Indian Foreign Services. Thank you so much, sir. I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman, Dr. Baby Sam Samuel, and other members on the board, Mr. Ajay Kumar Pillai, President, Indian School Muscat Management Committee, and all the members of Indian School Muscat Management Committee for their support and encouragement at all times. Our heartfelt gratitude goes to our beloved principal, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chauhan, for spearheading Avenue 2020. I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to the President and members of all Indian School Management Committees in the Sultanate of Oman, principals, vice principals, assistant vice principals, supervisors, coordinators, heads of department, teachers, parents, and students. I must express my deep sense of appreciation to our dear grandparents, parents, and well-wishers for their support and presence. Behind every successful program lies the multifold effort of our committed team. We thank the entire team of Indian School Muscat for their devotion and commitment in making this program a grand success. Once again, I thank Mr. Anuj Swarup for such an enthralling and brilliant talk today. Thank you one and all. This is Gata Anna Martin of Class 11F, Indian School Muscat, signing off. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you everyone.